I am stoked to show you what's in the black box. Let's go. So I've come out to my local woods today to show you what's in this black box. This is a very important tool for me and for Jeepers. I bet every Jeeper and maybe every vehicle has a box like this or a package like this. Let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. This thing is heavy. So I'm not really sure of the weight capacity of that rack. I got an answer from Front Runner. They were very thorough, but there's not exactly a weight limit that they know of because of the strength of the rain guards is kind of up in the air from Jeep. So it just depends. I don't put a lot, but this is by far a heavy box. Now, let's see what's in it. Voila! If you haven't already guessed, that black box, the one on the ground now, is my recovery box. Yes, that's right. That's my recovery box. It is full of my recovery gear. So in said box, I keep things like a saw. This is a big boy from Silky, as you can see. It's pretty large. It is designed for sawing trees. If you come across some down trees, small trees in the way, you can trim it using this. Also, it's nice to have it when you're camping for sawing campfire wood. All right, next up is gloves. I got these gloves at Home Depot, and if you're ever out and about and you're doing work with a saw or with wood or a winch, it's a good idea to have some gloves on hand. So these cost me about $15. They've got some kind of nylon grip on them, which I really like. And they've got some hammering, there we go. They've got some hammering protection on the outside. Gloves and a saw. Protect your hands, grab things without getting hurt or pinched, and be able to saw your way out of some limbs or small trees. Next up, we have, I don't know if you've heard of this. This is a Bubba rope. All right, let me tell you how this Bubba rope works. Bubba rope is a big, heavy-duty rope. I forget the measurements. I'll put it in the description. I'll put the link. I know a lot of people, including Quadratech, are selling versions of this now. But I spent the extra money to buy this one because it was made in the US of A, and if it helps somebody with a job, right on. So the way this rope works, it's kinetic. So it actually gives I'm not strong enough, I don't think, because this thing has like a 20,000 pound pull tension. But you hook this onto one end of a vehicle, you hook it on the other, and you actually can put a little slack in there, and then you can hammer it and get that kinetic energy, and then it will pull on that vehicle and kind of expand and yank it out. The goal is, if I get stuck, maybe somebody can pull me out, and if somebody else is stuck on the trail or on the desert and mud out in Utah or wherever, I've got this on hand and it won't damage their vehicle. Now, I will say this, I see a lot of people on YouTube and they talk about they ran into somebody, they helped them, and then somebody claimed that they did damage to their vehicle the way they pulled it out. Use your own discrepancy whenever you're talking to somebody and they're asking you for help. You don't want to get yourself in any kind of trouble. If somebody's asking me, I would volunteer and help them. That's why I have this Bubba rope, made in the USA. Let's say a faster, smarter, safer way to get your truck unstuck. Okay, I agree. Here's the details. It's 30 feet long and it has a 28,600 pound braking strength. It's pretty strong. So this is by far my heaviest item, but I keep it up there and it comes in. If you decide to go the route of the Bubba route, I got mine on Amazon. It comes in this nice bag in case it's wet. It can air dry. So to go along with the Bubba rope, I have a Warn soft shackle, and I also have a Gator Jaw Pro. So the Gator Jaw Pro is a 7/16 made in the USA. It's actually Bubba Rope's brand, and it has a 45,000 pound hooking weight. Amazing. And the one from Warn, it's a 8x6 and it has a 25,110 pounds. So either way, both are strong enough to work with the Bubba rope. Now you hook one of these around the vehicle that's stuck to the bumper or the tow hook, and you hook this, and then you run your rope through it, hook it in, you got some shackles. Next up, what's in the black recovery box? So this essentially, I don't know what you would call it, don't have a clue. This essentially is just a tow strap. And I use said tow strap whenever I came, actually last time I used it, I came down a road. I had been about 45 minutes down a road and there was one big fat tree. And I didn't have a chainsaw, so I chopped it. I wrapped this around it, and then I hooked this into the winch. So this went into the winch like so. And then once that was in the winch, I wrapped this end around the tree, hooked it back to itself, and I winched the tree out of the road. So that worked really good. I think it's nice to have these. A lot of people don't want to use them anymore on vehicles. That's why they're using the Bubba ropes. But I think you can always do some quality work with a tow strap. That is basically the contents of my recovery box. Now, I have other recovery tools. Obviously, I have the winch for recovery. I have the I have the shovel on top for recovery that's mounted on the side of the rack, and I have traction boards. So all that works in conjunction for me to be able to recover myself. But as far as keeping things watertight, airtight, and in one place, I keep everything in this Front Runner Wolfpack Pro box on top of my roof rack. They just came out with a new locking system. That new locking system locks the case down to the rack. You can lock it, and so you can't remove the case without undoing the lock, which you saw me do earlier, but you can still get in and out. So I know what you're thinking. Yes, I agree. Leave a comment down below if you know what I'm thinking, or if you have one and you're kind of like, I get it. But it is nice. You can hop up, get in there, get your stuff out and go, and not have to haul the whole box out, and you don't have to take up any room in your truck bed or inside the vehicle. That's my recovery box. It seems to be watertight now. It was not before. I used the straps from Front Runner and I crossed them over the top, or ran them straight over and hooked them down, and that did not work. I still like those. I have those on top of the wood. That's what's holding the wood down. Stratchets, I think they call them. They kind of stretch and they're fabulous. But now I'm using the hard locking accessory lock to hold my Front Runner Wolfpack to the rack. And I couldn't be more happy with it. I thought about running 2. I actually tested that one time, but I don't need that much gear. And hey, I gotta have the firewood. I gotta have it, right? So the black box is my recovery box. That's what's in there. If you see me on the road, please do wave, honk, say hello. I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any questions or comments about recovery gear, ask me in the comments below. This summer, I plan to be out west, and if that's the case, I know I'm gonna put this thing through the paces, and I will need said recovery gear. I hope to put it all to the test multiple times, because if you're not pushing a vehicle like this to the max, why do you even have it, right? At least in my case, I don't know. If you just want to look at yours, that's completely fine. I like that too. Some of these Gladiators are so done up and so beautiful. I'm amazed by them. Mine's just made to be rugged with, so that's why I have it. I will have more videos to come soon. Have a good day.